Reefa. I was looking through our books, and
All
there's
the
an
crime
entry
and corruption
for
in Riften
spices.
is really getting to him.
Says we spent
Now that we hear
300
rumors about the
septims.
dragons,
What
he's
is that?
very depressed.
Furthermore, you and your honeyed words.
I could have left it. I could have left it behind. I could have put it back where it came.
There's an apothecary in town, yeah. But it's down on the lower walkway.
You must
Too
take the
sharp to go
lexicon.
down.
Free me of my burden. The memories, I cannot stand them. You must take them away, return them to Avuntionzel. You must take the lexicon from me. Please, take it now. You must bring it to Avuntionzel. In the west, return it to them. It must go back. Done. Won't go back to Avuntionzel. I won't.
Get in good with Brynjolf, then talk.
New in town, eh? Here for... I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war's driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help. Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons from Mara Mall over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh?
It is done.
Remember to give at the temple.
I won't.
Good to see you. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't even know what that is. I don't want a bad reputation in Riften, but Helga's out of control. She wanted to try it in the stables, so I said yes. If you want the mark that badly, then go ahead and take it. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Fred. I look forward to our next meeting. My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get?
Someone there?
Boost! Roll!
Slay it! Slay the dragon!
I'll rip you in half.
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing. It's really dead then? I never would have believed it.
It helps fix. What do you need?
This will be perfect for the inlay on my amulets.
Learn.
Okay, lass. Good. Wait until I start the
could spare a
distraction,
septum,
then
I'd be
show me what
grateful.
you're made of.
No. Now shut
Safe
up.
travels, Landstrider.
Gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Gather round, all. You need to hear this. You need to hear this.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said
Well,
about the
I
whiz
see that my
specimens,
time is
and
up.
it turned out to be.
Come back
Yes?
tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time.
Damn.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you really got what it takes.
Greeting. Take a look. Safe travels, Landstrider. Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
The old told me that it isn't this bad everywhere.
You gonna buy?
Maybe
Take a
one
look.
day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Places are you talking about?
Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
Don't play stupid. I said turn out your pockets. Now!
I'm telling you, I don't... Wait, what's this ring? This isn't mine.
Buy some more.
That's right, it isn't yours. You're under arrest, Branchet.
This is insane. I didn't steal anything. I never saw this ring before in my entire life.
How are you today?
You can do this one
All
of
right,
two
then.
ways. You can walk up with me to the keep, or I can drag your lifeless body. Your choice.
But I'm...
My food. Take a look. Keep your belly full and your shoulders strong.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
I'm glad to see you. It's so good to see you again.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
Lady Mara bids you welcome to her. We are devoted to the goddess Mara, who gave mortals the gift of love, that they might have a hint of eternity. Her blessings are many. To love is to know the true nature of the gods. Not all can hear the broad echoes of deepest dawn. To receive the touch of Mara, you must first act as her hands in the world. Explore the facets of the infinite jewel. Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land? The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear its light that all may see. Mara has reflected an image to me. At the foot of the throat and the young woman, almost a girl. Her fickle love must resolve itself. The village of Iverstead. The woman, Fastred. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants. Return when she has seen her path. I will entreat Mara on your behalf.
This temple is dedicated to Mara, and the light of love she shines on us all. I'm only a humble acolyte, though. If you wish to avail yourself of Mara's blessing, you should speak with Denya Balu or Maramo.
May you return to her benevolence in safety.
come to laugh. If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, then the answer is yes. You think anyone around here is going to lift a shovel to help me? Guess again. Leave the dirty work to old Alessandra. Look, I didn't ask for this job. I got stuck with it thanks to my father. My father was a priest of Archay. All my life was spent around the dead, being forced to learn the proper burial rituals and prayers. I never had any friends. Who'd want to spend time with the weird little girl who hangs around dead people? So I grew up with a miserable trade. This is all I know how to do. Prepare and inter the deceased. I'd like to make the journey to the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun, and give my ceremonial dagger to Anders, the caretaker. I believe once it's interred with my father's remains, I'll be at peace with his memory. I hadn't asked you because I was afraid you'd say no. I appreciate your help. Here, I'm entrusting you with the dagger. Bring it. Anything else? A priest of Archay is entrusted with a ceremonial dagger once they've completed their training. It's usually given by the head priest who sanctified the ritual. In my case, the head priest... The thing is, I never wanted to follow. I had to, for honor's sake, but I had waited too long. My father died before he could see my training to completion. When I finally became a priest, they gave me the new High Priest's dagger, but I already owned my father's. So you see, I have to return it. It breaks tradition, and I need to tell him that I finally did what he wanted.
If those Whiterun guards can take down the dragon, so can we.
What's the hurry?
If you're looking for a bed, this is the wrong place. This heap of matchsticks is what everyone calls Helga's bunkhouse. Can you stay here? No. The bunkhouse is for the working man, not some sort of luxury inn for tourists. Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches... The Jarl's Court wizard was taught there. What? How? Where did you get these? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Look, we need to keep this quiet, between you and me, okay? No one else needs to know about it. If word got out that I'm practicing my Debellan arts in Riften, they'll run me out of town. Here, take this and don't mention a word of this to anyone, especially Svanna. I don't know why I bother.
Any luck getting the marks from those men? Oh, I know. Isn't it wonderful? I bet she squirmed like a skeever when you pulled them out of your pocket. I think things are going to be a lot different around here from now on. And I have you to thank for it. Here, I want you to have this. It was my father's, but I'm certain you'll put it to good use. Helga, why demean yourself with these people you barely know? They show no real love for you.
It's only a bit of fun. You're a lovely young thing. You should try it sometime.
No, I'm saving myself for someone special. Someone who loves me dearly.
You mean Sibby? You must be joking. All he wants to do is bed you and be done with it. You may as well get it over with and let him.
You're wrong. Sibby and I are in love. And you're just jealous.
If you're looking for a bed, this is the wrong place. You looking for something or what? I don't know why I bother.
What are you doing that for? Hello, friend.
The Thieves Guild used to run this city. Now they're nothing but braggarts and bullies, rotting to death down in their rat pit.
Did you get that purchase agreement to Markarth yet?
Bully's around somewhere, planning to defeat. With my husband's newfound religion, what I do with our coin and what I do all day seems less important to him. Suits me.
Come back and see us again.
This was as stupid as our feud. Clan Greymane.
Need something? Unlike the rest of my family, I've got work to do.
You're someone who can... blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
You should buy some produce from Carlotta. Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome in every... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come back.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Hello. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Be careful out there.
Good to see you. Take a look. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? You take care of yourself now.
You and me, we're... She finally decided to return it to her father. Bless her heart. I will make sure this finds its way to his tomb as soon as possible. Thank you for bringing it, my child. It's a pleasure.
Well met, Traveler. May your sword be sharp. At your job.
Finest. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Good hunting.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Take a look. do come back.
Yes, my Thane?
Finest trinkets, odds and ends, that sort. Good hunting.
Good to see. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Be careful out.
It means so much to us to have
Thank
the
you.
claw back where
Take
it
a look.
belongs. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in mourning. It was my sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my parents about it. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message. Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child. Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. It's been good talking to you.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today? He's the protector of man, the dragon of the north, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity. Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland. I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer, to one day tend the Shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. Talos preserve you. Be careful.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, they mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land, and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose anyone else. Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot in the mud. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her, and Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim. Support Ulfric or die trying. There's nothing in between.
Be careful.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? God deity.
It helps them accept the unknown.
Jewelry, legendary Argonia.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove valuable in a real battle anyway.
gonna buy? See for yourself. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
If you're looking for a handout...
Did you get that purchase agreement to Markarth yet?
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in
This
some
war
fine
is
jewelry?
bad for business. Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh?
You little... You little...
Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The Forge knows the difference. What do you... What do you...
City's quiet enough now, but when the sun goes down, you best keep on your guard. Hey, watch it.
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Grelod.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here, until the day you come of age and get thrown into that wide, horrible world. Now, what do you all say?
We love you, Grelod. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your kindness.
That's better. Now scurry off, my little gutter snipes.
You really shouldn't be here. Sadly, yes. Even the townsfolk have taken to calling her Grelod the Kind. Her very existence has become something of a running joke. Grelod runs this orphanage because she's old and set in her ways and doesn't know any other life. These children need love and comfort. I try, but I'm sorry. You should go. I'm sorry, no. I wish things were otherwise.
I'm really
All of
afraid
these children
Grelod.
deserve a better
When
home.
Ventus escaped,
But there's
a little
nothing
boy
I
who
can
lived
do.
here. He ran away, back home to Windhelm. Samuel told me he's trying to get some martyr people to come here and kill Grelod.
Please, lady.
I really
gotta
hope
get
he
me out of
does.
here. Ever since Aventus left, Grelod's been even meaner than usual. I swear, she's gonna kill one of us. It's too bad the orphanage ain't letting us kids get adopted. I'd be the best son ever.
This is an orphanage, not an inn. Be gone from here.
What are you doing that for?
Grelod ain't gonna like some stranger just hanging around. Not that I care. Why someone like you want to hang around a place like this? Need something?
Out of my way. If you must know, I was practicing in the yard when the guard I was sparring with fainted when I specifically told him to duck. My blade bit right into the stonework next to the keep and needed serious repairs. Thankfully, our smith Balamand works wonders. In fact, if you'd fetch my blade from him, I'd be most appreciative. Thank you. Do hurry, please. Every day, the threat of exile from Riften draws closer for myself and my family. Who knows how many spies the Empire has sent? Thank goodness Mother is keeping a level head about everything. Can you believe that fool had the audacity to speak of his love for the Empire in the plaza? He expects us to drop our defenses and greet them with open arms, to dialogue with them rather than defend our homeland by spilling their blood. He's a traitor, plain and simple. Had I been sitting on the throne, he'd be hanging from the gallows for his sympathies toward the Empire. All right then.
Riften, drowning in a sea of sin and wickedness.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect...
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's. Anyone make... You do well to remember that the next time he makes a stupid observation.
I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm your... Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward. As steward, I serve as an intermediary between the Jarl and her subjects. I also handle the less important and day-to-day policies that affect daily life in Riften. Lately, I've had my hands full suppressing these ridiculous accusations of corruption in the Keep. There are those that believe the Jarl does nothing for this city, that it's corrupt and run by the Blackbriar family. I can assure you that this is entirely false. We are fully in control of everything. Maven Blackbriar is the owner of the largest and most profitable business in all Skyrim, the Blackbriar Meadery. We're pleased to have her in Riften. She brings stability, opportunities for employment, and strategic value to our city. I'd hardly call them a guild. More like unorganized rabble. In fact, I wouldn't say they were a threat at all. No, our resources should be spent on preparations for invasion. You're welcome in Riften. As long as you continue
Welcome to
to
Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you. While I feel Ulfric's cause is just, my concern is for the people of the Rift. How can they continue to lead their already meager lives with dark clouds looming overhead? My heart goes out to them. If only our coffers were deeper, I could protect them as they were my own family. With the Stormcloaks at his back, Ulfric's poised to rid Skyrim of the Empire's forces and invalidate our involvement with the White Gold Concordat. Many have died taking up arms for this cause. I fear that the land will be stained with blood for years to come. We're all eager to see them brought to justice. Maven Blackbriar, as one of our... Sadly, they're proving elusive. But I have confidence that Maven won't give up until this city has been rid of them all. Surely you're aware of the Great War between the Imperials and the Elves who called themselves the Aldmeri Dominion? When the smoke cleared, the White Gold Concordat was signed. It was supposedly a treaty aimed at establishing peace within the Empire. One of the terms of a treaty was the outlawing of worship to Talos. To the Stormcloaks, this was viewed as the moment when the Empire became unworthy of the allegiance of any true Nord. Good journey to you.
Oh, come to gloat, have we? Because I did something not a soul in this blood-stained house of war has the backbone to do. Dared to speak my mind. I dared speak of the Empire and the lies that have been spread by Ulfric, the leader of the Stormcloaks. Now my mother's stripped me of my heritage and incarcerated me here like a common criminal, and my... Be wary what you say around here, friend. You'll find not all take kind... Ulfric only cares about one thing. Ulfric. He's ordained himself the future High King of Skyrim, and steps on anyone that gets in his way. He's begun a rebellion against those that wish to eradicate the worship of Talos, and uses it as his rallying cry. His cause may be true, but the man is a lie. All he holds in his heart is lust for the throne. All right, then.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice.
The Imperials think us all
If you know
lawless
any true
thieves.
sons and daughters of Skyrim,
proof of their
tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them. All right, then. Think you might be in the wrong place, friend.
If it's a bed you need, talk to Kirava in the Bee and Ball. She'll set you right. Riften's under my protection. You watch yourself now.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla's steward.
As Jarl Layla's housecarl, I would ask that you maintain a respectable distance from her. Ulfric's a bloody hero. I don't think there's a worthy Nord alive who dare argue the point. He's taking the Empire to task and making them answer for their crimes. I don't think I'll be content until Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim with the ashes of the Concordat at his feet. Indeed, there have been multiple attempts on the Jarl's life. We're not certain if it's the Dark Brotherhood or simply Imperial sympathizers. We've also had run-ins with spies attempting to probe our security for weaknesses. I work with the city guard to make certain they fail. At the end of the day, I'm the last line of defense for the Jarl. I will not allow her to fall. Liars and bastards, every one of them. I'd have their heads on a pike if it wasn't for the war effort. All I need is a dozen men, but we could march into the Ratway and burn them out like rodents. Stormcloaks won't have it, though. Too busy keeping the Imperial forces at bay. Everyone knows the Thieves Guild uses the old sewer system beneath Riften as their hideout. I'd go down there myself, but that would leave Jarl Layla unprotected. I'm keeping my eye on you.
I know you. Where was it? Take a look. I have to remember. Did we have an appointment? Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing! Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy. So, you're a student of theoretical applied harmonics. Putting aside Ralston's constant of universal inversion for a moment, how would you approach the problem? Draw the harmonic energy into the reagent, or allow it to generate its own field? Seven. Astonishing. I hadn't considered that. I mean, it would take months, years to work out the differentials. But what a revolutionary concept! Wait. I can see a minor problem in your theory. Without a soul siphon, how would you prevent permanent magicka burn? Of course! 9 is the most basic of magical principles. Oh, how stupid of me. That completely takes care of all your basic problems: magicka burn, dimensional collapse, and thermic drift. You've done it! Now, if I can only remember what we were originally talking about. Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps? Well, at any... In fact, if you... As you can imagine, I tend to forget things. What I need is my Dwemer stirring spoon, my orichalcum ingot, and my grand soul gem. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. Excellent. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help. Let's see. Last time... The orichalcum ingot should still be at Winterhold at the Frozen Hearth Inn. I don't know why I didn't just take it with me. And last is the soul gem. I left that one in Windhelm at the White Phial Alchemy Shop. Winterhold. You want the college there. They teach quite a bit. I have to remember. Ward first, then summon. So, you wish to master the arcane art? I have to remember. Ward first, then summon. Did we have an appointment? No. It was a delivery?
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Come to see Balaman for lazy good for nothing, isn't he? Sent you down here when I'm a stone's throw from the keep. Here's the sword. Tell Harl to stop slaying walls, and perhaps his blade will stay in better condition.
Out of my way. Thus took your sweet time getting it to me. Here you go, for your trouble. Mm-hmm.
Yes, my Thane? The pill? I felt a caress on my cheek some time ago. We've made peace with one. I thank you. Here. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation for yourself.
Yes. Keep your belly full and your shoulders strong.
Trees. They're beautiful here. Reminds me of from at home.
Yes, Saran? I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir. A small... He showed me a way to grind up. I'm always looking to replenish my supply. Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out. They live below the streets, in the... They make it difficult for decent people. It's rift... If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
I'm kind of busy, but if you need any potions or ingredients, let me know. You here for lessons like Ingen? Well, the moisture in the air is better for the ingredients. It isn't every day that you get your hands on fresh Nernroot or painted troll fat. It also makes it easier to gather water when the canal is right out the front door. Besides, I also prefer the quiet. I didn't open this business for browsing. Come in, buy what you need, and get out. Hardly. In fact, I don't know how I get anything done with all the distractions I have to put up with. My wife, Halfjorg, well, she's a necessary evil, I suppose. Not. Then there's Ingen Blackbriar. Bright young thing. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Yes, yes, goodbye. Do you have... Take a look. Yes, yes, goodbye.
This place has seen better days, but it's not my fault. I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. How we make any coin at all is beyond me. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore Stone. Goodness knows Elgrim won't lift a finger to do it. You would? Oh, that would be wonderful. Speak to Filnyar in Shore Stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to identify and was willing to pay us well for it. I know how to mix a few. I've picked up a few tricks. I wish Elgrim had spent more time tutoring me than that Ingen girl. Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Elgrim can barely put on his own shoes, let alone have the energy to pursue a young girl. He's been gushing about how talented Ingen is at alchemy. He'd never say it to her. I just think Elgrim's taken it upon himself. When Elgrim said we were setting up shop down here, I told him he would catch his death. The dirt, the moisture. But that old bellyacre just fed me some nonsense about light ruining his mixtures and being close to the water. Ah.
Any luck gathering those ingredients?
Watch what you're... Hey there. It's about time. I sent them a letter weeks ago. Ah, that Elgrim. He'd for... Here you go. Tell Halfjorg that she can chip off whatever she thinks is a fair trade for their time. Red Belly is supposed to be nothing but an iron mine. Been working it then, right before the spiders have moved in. I want to know what I'm dealing with before I start tearing it out of the ground.
Are you the one sent by Mara? My parents are being impossible. Bassianus wants to marry me. I think I love him. But he wants to move to Riften afterwards. And my father won't allow it. He only cares about this stupid town. But Bassianus makes me happier than anyone ever has. My mother's not any help either. Oh, thank you so much. It's wonderful to have someone around who understands.
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to... Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband. But I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Iverstead, I want Fastred to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband. Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastred to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. Just want my daughter to be happy. Sure, leave. Everyone else does.
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
My daughter's... I'm sure I know what this is about. She thinks she's in love with Bassianus and wants to leave town. With him. Let me tell you how I see it. Until a few months ago, the girl was head over heels for Klimek. Wouldn't stop talking about him. Now, if I thought she was really in love with Bassianus, that would be one thing. But she's a child. It will pass. Look around here. There's not much left. Used to be a good-sized town. The folks have been moving to Riften for a while now. If all the young people leave, what happens to Iverstead? You know how children are. Her fancies change with the moon. And like always, the boy lacks any kind of spine. He'll need some convincing. A little push and this would all be simpler. Just get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path. I'm walking the 7,000 steps to honor the Greybeards.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Klimek?
Not today. Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself. Oh, Fastred. I'm not sure what happened. One moment she's smiling at me, the next I can't even meet her eyes. I'll bet Bassianus would know what's going on. He understands women. What did you call me? Wait, you mean I should just tell her? Tell her how I feel? Ysmir's beard, you're right. No fish was ever caught by staying away from the shore. I'm off to see her.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day. Astrid. I have something to say to you.
Klimek? What is it?
I don't want you to leave Iverstead.
Why not?
Because I would miss you.
But I thought you only cared about your fishing.
What good are fish if you have to eat them alone?
Oh, Klimek.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword? Dull old blade can barely cut past.
My food, perfect, just perfect. These should help keep my stock fresh for quite a while. And as promised, here's my trade. Hope you like it.
Rift is drowning in a sea of sin and wickedness.
Everything I've got on display, really. Be careful. These are dangerous times.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Have you managed to... Thank you. I'll be sure to get Elgrim to examine this as soon as his busy schedule allows. Here, I had him make you a few things for all that travel. Don't forget us if you need
You here for
supplies
lessons
your
like
journey.
Ingen? Or did you wish to buy something?
Any luck gathering those ingredients? Good. My experiments are at a critical stage. Perfect. This is just what I needed. It's exhilarating. We're made up of that. Yet if only a... You ask why I'm so fascinated? The irony. The irony that the same world that gave us life provides us the means to die. My experiments can't be completed until you copy those.
Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence. How wonderful. Like the sea, their love roils and swells, but brings life and nourishment to all. I see you are eager to carry the light. As you venture, Mara fills my mind ever more with visions of love in peril. Embers lie nestled in stone, needing only fuel to bloom a flame that will warm all around them. Go to Markarth. There you'll find Calcelmo, wise, acid, and reclusive. Help him to emerge and state his intentions. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. I believe we're done.
What can I do for you? We're all... As one of our sadly, they're proving elusive. But I have confidence that Maven
Welcome
won't
to
give
Mist
up
Vale
until
Keep.
this city has been rid
The
of them all.
Jarl has put out a bounty on the dragon that's been terrorizing the countryside. Here,
good.
Read this decree for details. Hey, you're welcome, Miss Riften.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Jewelry with legendary art.
I don't know, Droff. They'd skip. It's alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living it. Is someone there?
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
Did you hear something?
Over here!
Nothing! You're making me angry.
Takes care of that.
Is someone there?
Bad idea. Left me with choice.
Enough of this!
What was that?
Days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of a dying breed. Things are changing.
Dying breed, eh? Well, what do you call that, then? Well, well. Calling me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be... when you...
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble. Maul? Yeah. That jerk works for Maven Blackbriar now. Left me down here watching this garbage. I guess he's better at all that talking stuff anyway. I just mess everything up. They call me Dirge, because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something? No. Sorry if I sounded so mean there. My brother always said I have a big mouth. Here, have one on me. All right then.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Come back later, and I may have some work for you.
Last person who made trouble for Vekel.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. I don't know you, so we've got nothing to talk about. How about you finish the job Brynjolf gave you?
Vekel doesn't like strangers snooping around the flagon. Until next time. I saw you
you can have that. Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the right way. Careful with that.
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf.
I guess you can have that.
Have anything for us yet?
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. Yes, I once practiced my art in the salons and manners of Tamriel's great and good. Now the scum of... But no matter. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I have not always been a ragged beggar. I count, and yet I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world.
Huh? What was that? Never should have come here. Is someone there? Over here!
find. Go away, go away, go away. Never find me.
Mercy! I'll try and make this quick.
I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling.
I had a medal. It had someone's face on it. I threw it away after. It didn't.
Hey!
Come on! What's the hurry?
Come here, come here, come here, come here! I'm gonna eat well tonight.
Do you have a death wish?
If my friends find out you've been bothering me, you'll be very sorry. I'm not opening this door, so you might as well leave me alone. I'm very dangerous. Don't make me come out there and... you. Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! If my friends find out you've been bothering me, you'll be very sorry.
Be careful.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here. Got a lot. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. Good day.
Have anything for us?
Here for a room or something to drink? I've already told that buffoon that I'm not paying you people a single coin. Look around you. I'm barely keeping this rat hole together. The war's seen to that. Good, and I'm not paying any of you a single septim. Ever! Now get out of my inn. I said get out. I'm not paying a single coin. I said get out. I'm not paying a single coin. Here for a room or... I've already told that before. Look around you. I'm barely... Come on, give it your best shot. That's all you got. It's nothing. Please stop. Now, what did you want? I already paid you.
My...
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King.
Azura...
What did you want? What does he want now? I already explained to him that you can't get blood from a stone. Ha! We'll see about that.
Take your damn coin and get out of here.
Watch what you're doing.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not about himself.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're... Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it.
All the crime and corruption in Riften. Really. And now that we hear rumors about the dragons, he's been very depressed.
I hope you're here for friendlier reasons now. After all, authorities. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. I hope Brynjolf chokes on his gold.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, well done. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble. You could have just asked.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions.
Let's wait until Brynjolf's here. Before we begin.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. What we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
Claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. So let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of koi, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be... Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down... The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. Aye, The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients. Maven prefers that Arangoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge... I'll give you one. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with... If the workers had a dispute, in return, Maven allowed us to extort Arangoth and bring in a huge... Let me put it... Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One golden... Then out of the... So we send in Vex and find out he's hired... Aye. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go.
Wanted to say something to you. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief. I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. I made a great deal of gold doing it, too.
Come here a second. I used to live in that. We were doing well. Plenty. Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous. I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar meat, if talking your way out of... Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice.
Got a minute?
Me out of a jam more than
My father
once.
told me he found me as a young boy from the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes. No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means. Perhaps they could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean... Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I appreciate that.
Come find me. A lot of people are beginning to get impressed with you here. Me included.
What are you doing now?
Just wanted to... You know...
I've never seen anyone with skills
you ever
like
need
yours.
more
I think you're all...
I just wanted to let you know that if you
When I
need
started
it,
out in this bit,
you can talk
I didn't
to
mean... With my lock-picking aptitude, it's where... Usually it's to... Either way, the trick was in the... Well, as a... I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, and the last jailbreak. After that, I promised... I don't know. Killing some... I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could up, and that was that.
Let's talk for a moment. Look, if I was a little harsh before, I just want you to know it's because you were new. No, look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know anyone here.
Why do you care anyway? It's not like we're family. Look, you want to know about me? All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out... Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our... Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like... It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that. Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. I never returned. So that's my sad story. What do you think? Maybe one day. Just not today. I hope we bump into each other again.
Interest you in... Mark. I saw you do that, you know. I guess I can look the other way.
What are you doing that for?
Hey, let's talk.
Something I can help with, or do you just want to talk? Don't even... Hey, good to see you.
Want to talk? Go ahead.
Sure, we can talk. Better things to do than disturb me? This better be important. I'd like to know why you're wasting time asking about it when you should already be underway. Better be I'm quite busy. Better be important. I'm quite busy.
You're making waves around here. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went out. Are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Me? I ran. And I ran. Straight through them. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in. Well, I'd forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back, and arrived hours. So, that's how I earned the name. Now, keep it. I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. I'll point you to the first. Treat her right, and she'll make you rich. Try and rip her off. You'll have whole guild to answer to.
Interest you in some
marksman training? You just let me know.
Hey! I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the kill. Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate way. I left his... Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did.
Back from the job, huh? Hope it went well.
If you need marksman training, and you've got the core, I'm ready.
Something I can help with, or do you just want to talk? the shadows.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things. See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs. Look around you. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in. That's where you... All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. If break-ins are more your thing, go talk to Vex. Where are you off to? There's work to be done.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Easy, huh? Let me give you... If something's being handed to you on a silver platter, then there's a catch. Steal, then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one... Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. If you're ever in need of some quick coin for... And besides myself, Delvin... Are you kidding me? Ever since the guild... And when we had the bet... The only way this place will ever return to it... The flag... If we can make it... Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around, so... Yeah, I did. That wood elf... Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the... It was like he was daring us to come and get... Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Every now and again, if that means breaking into their stronghold. Feel like doing a bit of shopping? The guild way? Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
So you're the new... Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get... I'm the fence. I can also provide a few supplies useful. Sure. Look, at the end of the day, you'll find that all we... Good. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do.
All right, then. Watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Divine smile on you, friend. Good to see you. Come to Dra... So, you wish to master the arcane arts? It's been good talking.
Shiny trinkets.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Hello, friend. Take a look. Be careful out there.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome in. Everything. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Do come back.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. Hey there. Well, I used and me, but I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching
What can
me
I do?
and I get in trouble.
Take a look. Don't forget to check in at the shop if you need anything.
Still here. I'm at your service. Very good, man.
How's it going? The finest weapons and armor. Good luck out there.
Let me know. I'm at your service. I will protect you with my life. I will protect you with my life.